Hello, and thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Today's episode is going to be titled, There's Not Always a Deeper Meaning to Everything. Sometimes we just need to let things be. Life has this way of making us overthink everything. We look back at what we've done, or even what we're doing right now, and wonder if there's some grand meaning to it all. But not everything in life has to be deep. Some things are just meant to be enjoyed. A goofy conversation with friends, a silly slapstick comedy, or a cheesy action movie with explosions and bad one-liners, those things don't need analysis. They exist to make us smile or laugh, and that's enough. Now, don't get me wrong, it's natural to want to find meaning in things. We're curious creatures, it's what we do. We try to make sense of the world around us, and sometimes that's helpful, even necessary. But the problem comes when we try to find meaning in everything. That's where we start to lose the point of simply living. Not everything has to be a profound experience. Sometimes life is just about sitting back and enjoying the ride. Take movies, for example. There's nothing wrong with a fun, mindless film. Not every movie has to be Oscar worthy or loaded with emotional depth. Sometimes you just want to watch something silly, laugh a little, and eat popcorn. And yet, critics can't seem to let that happen. They tear apart movies that are clearly just meant to be lighthearted. They'll say things like the dialogue was predictable or the humor was juvenile. But, like, that's the point. A movie like Paul Blart Mall Cop isn't trying to win awards. It's there to entertain you for 90 minutes, and that's it. This kind of overanalysis doesn't stop with movies. Video games get it too. Not every game needs to have a groundbreaking story or revolutionary gameplay. Some games are just fun to play. Maybe it's an arcade style game where you blow stuff up, or a goofy party game you play with friends. It doesn't have to redefine the genre to be worth your time. Same goes for music. Sometimes a song is just a catchy tune you can sing along to in the car. It doesn't need to have poetic lyrics or a deep message to be good. The problem is expectations. When we walk into something with the mindset that it has to blow us away or change our lives, we set ourselves up for disappointment. It's not the movie's fault or the games or the songs. It's on us for expecting too much. Sometimes we just need to let things be what they are instead of what we want them to be. Life is a lot less stressful that way. That said, I'm not saying people shouldn't find meaning in things. Everyone has their own way of attaching significance to certain moments or objects, and that's completely valid. For example, someone might have a favorite dessert, like cherry pie, because it reminds them of their grandma. Maybe their grandma used to bake it for them when they were kids, and now it's more than just pie. It's a memory, a connection. If someone came along and said cherry pie is gross, that might hurt a bit. It's not just food to them, it's tied to something deeper. The same goes for music. I've had songs that mean a lot to me, songs that remind me of specific people, places, or moments. When I've shared those songs with others, they haven't always felt the same way about them, and that's okay. Not everyone will understand the personal meaning you attach to something, and they don't have to. We all experience things differently, and that's part of what makes life interesting. But here's where balance comes in. While it's great to find meaning in the things that matter to us, it's exhausting and honestly a little pointless to try and force meaning onto everything. Not everything in life is a sign or a message. If you go to the store and buy milk and cereal, it doesn't have to be some cosmic indication about your future. Sometimes you're just buying breakfast. Overthinking can drain the joy out of even the simplest pleasures. I think as a society, we've gotten so caught up in analyzing everything that we've forgotten how to relax. It's okay to just enjoy things without questioning them. Sit back, watch a silly movie, laugh at the bad jokes, and don't feel the need to explain why it made you happy. Some things are better left uncomplicated. And this isn't just about entertainment, it happens in conversations too. Sometimes people expect every discussion to be meaningful or deep, and if it's not, they get frustrated. But not every chat needs to change the world. Sometimes it's nice to talk about random stuff, make a dumb joke, or just enjoy someone's company. Not everything has to have layers. I keep a fortune cookie message pinned on my wall that says, "The principal business of life is to enjoy it." It's a simple reminder to let myself enjoy the little things without overthinking them. Life doesn't always need to be so serious. Sure, there are moments that call for deep reflection, and those moments are important. But there are also moments where it's okay, necessary even, to turn your brain off and just live. So, my advice, find a balance. Let yourself search for meaning in the things that truly matter to you, but also give yourself permission to just enjoy life. Watch that ridiculous movie, eat that cherry pie, play that silly game, and don't worry about whether it's important enough. Sometimes the best thing you can do is relax, take a deep breath, and remind yourself that not everything has to make sense. Life is meant to be lived, not overanalyzed. Anyways, thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Signing out. Have a good one, guys. Goodbye for now.